Today we are taking the topic from our second unit, that is Jain, Buddhist and the Hindu art. Immediately after the war of Kalinga, King Ashoka became intensely devoted to the study of Dharma. In pre-Mauryan period, people possessed an advanced knowledge of metal, the art of making ornaments of gold and silver, the art of making mirrors, musical instruments, and cutting and polishing of hard stones to fashion beads. The predominant period of creative expression in the subcontinent, where since the days of Ashoka seems to be having sculpture. We also come across monuments of stones in the form of yaksha images. In the beginning of 3rd century, Mauryan sculpture occupies a special place in the history of Indian art. Several of its features deserve notice. For example, stone began to be used all over the country for both sculpture and architecture. Another distinguished feature is the bright polish imparted to the stone surface. The genius of Mauryan sculpture found its most eloquent expression under the patronage of Ashoka. The monuments of his reign include monolithic stone pillars, which were often 40-50 feet high, adorned with animals and capitals are of striking craftsmanship. They were fashioned out of buff-colored sandstone. They stand on the ground without any base. This is amazing. All three great religions originating in India call upon sculpture to give visual form to the objects of their devotion. Which all three? Buddhism, Jainism and Hinduism. It is Buddhism that inspired the first sculptural work of art. The stories of Buddha's own life in Jataka Tales, episodes of his former life provided attractive subject matters and the opportunities for the sculptors to depict the contemporary life. Mauryan art is also noticeable for the strange variety of his creation, like railings, pillars, capitals and human sculptures. About 24 huge statues have been discovered at various ancient centers like Mathura, Bharatpur, Gwalior, Varanasi, Patna and Odisha. This is the most important sculpture. This is the Lion Capital made out of Chunar sandstone in the 3rd century BC. And Ashoka's capital is the earliest Buddhist sculpture. Lion Capital of Ashoka, which now adorn the Sarnath Archaeological Museum, is the crown piece of Ashoka pillar, which the great emperor erected in the 3rd century BC at the Deer Park at Sarnath. It is believed to mark a spot where Buddha, enlightened one, delivered his first sermon and set the wheel of law in motion. Dharma Chakra Pravartana is an event of supreme importance in Buddhist history. It has 24 spokes. On one side of the Dharma Chakra, there is a bull, you could see here, and other side a horse. Under that, a reverse lotus flower is there. Dharma Chakra is known as a symbol of victory, of wheel, of law and work for 24 hours, horse for power and bull for grow more crops. It was unearthed by the Archaeological Survey during the excavation in 1905. The Lion Capital about 7 feet in height, which has softness and dazzling whiteness. It has been adopted by the Republic of India as its national emblem, and it is preserved in the Sarnath Museum of Varanasi. This is another stone sculpture which is made of the buff colored sandstone in the 3rd century, and this is the first real monumental life-size sculpture carved in the fine grained buff colored sandstone, which is delicately polished to a mirror-like shine in the 3rd century BC under the patronage of Mauryan King Ashoka. Chauri bearer, a female generally called Yakshi, discovered at Didarganj, an ancient locality of Patna in Bihar, and it is considered a Mona Lisa of Indian art. Indian stone carvers could produce at that time such an example of rare and delicate beauty standing in royal dignity. Thank you.